Hello everyone, welcome to the 14th Specter DIY Builder Call. Today we have a couple of people in here. On the one hand we have motorbrot, who built the very thinnest Specter Shield Lite, and today he is going to share with us how he did it, how he made it so thin, and how he made this great design for the Specter Shield Lite. Maybe you can also share the video on the very beginning that we can see how the Specter looked.
I don't have it on hand. I don't have it on hand already, but I think you have. I just have a couple of pictures.
Yeah, wait a second. I will show it soon. Yeah, and then we have Tadeo Bas, Marco Kanoinat, and also Fau. I'm not sure. He's just lurking. We are not sure who he is. Maybe he's a Specter fan. We don't know. Let's have a look at the video. I can share it. So I think everyone already saw it, so we just skip through it. Here we have it. Let's go to the main. You want here the repost from motorbrot to make some. This looks so good. I really like this, where you put the smart card in, so that it's not with the other Specters that, especially with the shield.
Yeah, but you could do it also there on a normal Shield Lite, but the problem is the screws are in the way, right? If you take the whole cover and have two screws in the bottom, then you cannot get a card anymore in from the bottom side.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's also very smart solution for the case. And then it shows just that everything is working really, really smooth. Skip a little bit through it. Here, this was we had 26.15 millimeters, and now 14.83. That's 11, more than 11 millimeters.
It's about 42%. So 42%, yeah.
About 42%. Oh, that's very strong.
Yeah. I was surprised also somehow because we talked before, so I had a plan to do it without have any parts on the table, and then as I mentioned also before, that of course the plan will change when I get the parts, and the plan changed to the good way somehow. So because I was aiming for maybe 18 millimeter or something, and then it gets better and better actually.
Really impressive. Yeah, then let's maybe share how you did it.
Is there in front, maybe you have some suggestions or some ideas or some question marks in your head, but what because I think the inside is not shown yet so far, so maybe there was something is what you are totally wondering about.
It's a little bit sad that Morris is not here, as he also was tinkering on another very slim Specter, but he didn't post it yet. But he probably had had like similar, had like the best ideas about that.
Yeah, I think there's not so far ways to come that slim. Yeah, it need to be somehow similar, or maybe totally different. I didn't saw. So yeah. Okay, let's take a look how I can share my screen somehow. I will take the whole screen, I guess. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I think we see the call. We see the call.
You see what? You see the call?
The call, yes.
Okay, not the. Okay, then okay, how I do it then? Because I don't see the call. I see the. Just wait, maybe I can. How I do open that? Because I have it just on a folder, and then I open a folder, but you cannot see it. Just wait. How I can do it? Let me think of it. You still see only the call, right?
No, we see nothing. You canceled sharing completely.
Oh, wait a minute. Then I go. You just see nothing yet still.
No. Usually, if you click on the share screen, then above there is a menu where you can choose entire screens or specific windows. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. If I go window, I don't have. I have just a call and my. Why cannot? If I go, no, this is the same. Because I have it open as a folder, right? But I put all the pictures in a row in a folder. So in the how I cannot open it. I should be able to open a folder and show it, right? Is it still my screen showing?
But if it's local, no, it's not showing anything. But if it's local and you're opening a window with the files, then if you click on these files, then we won't see that. If, for example, a JPEG or whatever.
It is a JPEG, of course. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, and therefore you have to either open it before and then choose the window where that is showing, or you have to share a whole screen.
Yeah, that's my problem. That's exactly my problem, because when I go and see window, I have only two windows there. It's just the Telegram and then this call. I don't have the window.
But there's a third tab, right? There should be a third tab which is called entire screen.
Yep.
And but then
okay, if I go on that, show this, then you can see it. Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we are. Finally. Yeah, this is the parts, as you can see, they arrived on the 23rd of December last year. And then I could make the real plan. So, yeah, this is nothing special, actually. If every one of you know, actually, a Specter from inside, I guess. So I will just skip through. This is just the board, how it looks before. It looks a little bit different later, but that becomes so. Yeah, there's the camera. Yeah, and the Shield Lite board. That's all the three components you need, right? And then I started already. So first, I took that white cover off, because that saves me 1 millimeter of the whole entire build, because this cover is actually now my back plate, right, from the case. Yeah, it was not so easy to get it off. You can see it here. You see also my mouse, right? My mouse arrow. Yeah, target. Okay, yeah, you see it here. It was kind of destroyed to get it out of it. Yeah, but I don't need it. So it's also a little bit, I need to be very, very carefully, because I had only one set on the desk. So if I fuck anything up, then it's over for the whole project. So, okay. Yeah, that was the first part I did, actually. I don't think that I go with the right... yeah, because everything was more than like try and error, because I don't know, okay, what should I do first? Now, after the first build, of course, I can do it very quickly, and I know what steps should follow the other. But okay, yeah, this is the thing I always do when I build something slimmer. So I take the plastic off. I will not recommend it to do it. for a reason like it's just physics, right? If you take the plastic off, for example, down here, there are 8 pins. Now every single pin is supported only by the soldering connection. So if you hit that a little bit hard, it will break just off. And if you're not lucky enough, yeah, it will take out the whole soldering connection. And then you have just a thin, very copper wire out of the board. It happens on that build, we will see later. So, and if you leave the plastic on, of course, at least for the part of the build, you don't need to have it off, and it makes much more sense, because then if you hit one pin, all 10 soldering connections support that one pin, right? Because yeah, it's physics, I think. I need to learn that also. Not in this build, I built something else before, and it happens also, but some people never learn, right? So you have just more work or more opportunities to learn. In that case, what you can see here is actually it's still the original board. I can just tell you what components I took off. So I will start maybe down here. So or maybe I should start what I left on. But I cut it down, these pins from that connection here, and took a copper wire under, so it was connected, so it still would be connected. I cut down all that pins to the same height as the plastic supporter under, about 3 millimeters or something. This pins here, left and right, are unsoldered. This connection I took totally off. The speaker connection I took totally off. Those buttons I took off. Those pins I cut it down. Those buttons I took off. This connection I took off. This is the mini USB. It makes sense to flash the firmware before you took it off, right? So then you have at least something on the device. And this also, of course, I took down. So, and then actually,
wait, about the I have a question here.
Okay.
About like the jumpers for like where you
This
switch
one.
between mini USB. Is there like, can you just plug off this plastic there, or is there some connection needed for properly powering?
This one up here for the which channel you choose, if you go to mini USB or micro USB, you need a connection down there, of course. So I took all the pins off, I unsolder it, and make a soldering connection down here for that. So because I don't have any other connection now on that board as this micro USB.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I just because for me or for this device, what I built, it makes no sense to change because this connector is off, right? So good question, actually. Here you can see that I took all the plastic off first and see what I deal with. And then here's a good example how long they pins are. This firmware connectors from that where the Shield Lite board actually slides in with the pins from the Shield Lite board. Later we will see an example how small they are now. I see. Oh my God! I see right now. I could do it much easier. So and even I think I could. Oh my God! I could do it, have maybe a millimeter slimmer. But okay. I can show my idea later what I'm thinking right now. But the good thing is on my, not the good thing, but a thing on my build is I can still change the Shield Lite board, right? It's still the option to take it off and take it on if somebody wants. So here you can see the clean board now after I'm ripped off and unsoldered everything. So it's pretty slim. I also posted a video where I built this Specter without the cam and without that was 10 millimeter actually. That was just the screen in the case. I don't know if Schnots want to show that video now, or because I think I posted in the Telegram group. It's only there. I never posted somewhere else. It was because along the way.
Wait a second.
Then I need to unshare my screen or what? How I stop it? Is it stopped now? Probably not.
It stopped, yes.
Okay.
You posted it at hardware channel, right?
I'm not sure.
I have it. Wait, I need to download it. This,
Yeah, that's it. That is pretty slim, right? But
yeah.
this is just the board in the case with still with a protection cover on, because I had only one set. I was still building the Shield Lite. So, but this is I like that idea somehow. What I'm missing on that one is just the cam, right? For me personally, I don't need a card in the back, but the cam I would like to have. But I'm on it. Maybe there comes something. Okay, I was muted. Yeah. Okay. You see the screen, right?
Yes, we see it.
All right. Yeah, this is the still not everything, because you can see here the connection is still with that black plastic on that I ripped off later and unsoldered completely, because I knew, okay, or I realized, okay, I don't need it anymore because the connector is done. I just have this connector, the micro USB. So yeah, then it could get off. Let's see. Yeah, that is how thin it is. I orientated the screws in a different way, because when I, of course, work with this and get it from here to there, that the screen don't scratch the table or whatever. That's why. But this is pretty cool photo, I guess, from that what normally is on the board. Yeah, come with to the camera, and this is not a secret, but this is I had a talk with Snurz before, and I asked him to, if he, because I ordered on Claverstack, and he sent me that, and I was begging to get this M3Y cam or scanner. Because I saw on every picture, I didn't have anything in my hand. So I saw on the pictures I can see in the internet, those two screws, right? And it was my hope that I can open it and maybe find something that I can work with. Even without it, even with that whole box, I could maybe come without under 18 millimeter or something. But that was my wish, that I can deal with that. And yeah, I took it off and see what I found. It was pretty nice. So I love it, because it's just a small board with the cam on, and pretty cool. So yeah, and on that moment I changed my whole build, because I was still had a plan for another build, and now I could go really right. Yeah, so I need to print some stuff. Of course, there's a screenshot of my print. What I did, here's the original part. So there fits the cam inside, or the cam board, or a scanner board. And then it comes actually, that's the back side. It comes actually in that Shield Lite board. It clips inside and with glue after from the other side. So, and this makes it very, very thin, right? Because normally you have the cam orientated the same direction, but very deep, because of the box around the cam, or the case, or whatever you call it. This makes it very, very slim. And I was monk enough to want to have this cam, of course, in the center of the build, right? So that was, and somehow, lucky me, everything worked fine out well. If you can see here, the wire for the cam goes straight down. On the other side, it just makes a turn and goes up in this board, right? So it was pretty cool. Yeah, and here you see what happened also, what I talked before. So I ripped off a pin, right? So I don't know how it happened, but I found the pin on the floor, so everything is fine. So what I did, I scratching the surface, looking for the copper trace, and then I found it, and I soldering a little bit more wire on, of course, to have a little bit surface and a little bit material to work with. And then I choose the same pin and soldered on again, but in an orientation that is not like the normal pin. I just had the flat one, the long one, flat here, and then the short one flat up, because anyway, I need to shorten all the pins for the build. yeah, here's all, of course, if you do something like that, you learn something and you need to test and everything worked fine. I repaired the board. This is the old Ultimaker 3D printer. What is my UV chamber now? So I have some UV resin to protect this the soldering area and everything, so it don't happens again or have the loose connection or whatever. Yeah, as I said, I need to cut down all the pins for it, and also was a little bit risky. I need to grind them down a little bit round, right? So they fit better later in that other connection of the disco board. Yeah, here's a little overview of my work desk while I'm working, where I actually also sit on right now. Yeah, it looks very pretty. I don't know if it looks messy for you. For me, it looks very clean at the moment because yeah, normally don't look that clean like that video because it's always parts and stuff in the way. Yeah, coming now to that board, because here was also a lot to do still, right? Even if I ripped everything off, that's not all you need to do. You need to also make the connection again. So I soldering it on. These little pins is actually the same what was on before, but in a shorter way. I could not find it anywhere online to buy them, so I unsoldered it from a WaveShare display I don't need. So there I had 40 left over, and then yeah, I put them on the disco board. Yeah, this was the before, and that is the after. So that saves me 7 millimeters. Yeah, is there anything else to say for that picture? No, actually not.
So you made it round. This also like worth to mention.
This ones.
No, not just the pins.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Also
Yeah, I know what you
board.
mean. The board itself, the corners of the board. Yeah, because I mentioned I had a lot of prints before to see how it is in the hand, right? And always somehow with corners like that, they're a little bit sharp. It feels like something, I don't know. It don't feels that good, right? Or it's hard. I cannot say it's hard to handle, but you can feel that something. It don't feels. I don't know. It feels different, of course. And if you have a round corners, like every phone also have somehow, it feels better somehow. More. I don't know if it feels more grippy or I cannot describe it. It's just the haptic is a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I did on the boards. I just make it round. That's why my case is also a little bit rounder on the edges. Yeah, here's a little process. Yeah, I already shared. Yeah, and of course I need to make a new protection for that pins I already soldered on for that it don't break off or whatever. So every pin is connecting each other. So this is the 3D print of that, and then I put them over that new connection because the old one was not fitting because too long. And yeah, and here you can see that I ripped off, not ripped off. I unsoldered all the pins for the connection for the power, and make a bridge down here so only the micro USB can be used as power. And yeah, anything else here? No. Okay, yeah, here's a little overview of the case in the 3D builder and all the other parts, of course. I will share the STL files wherever you want. No problem for me. I don't know what makes the most sense where to share it. But yeah, so everyone can download it, print it for free, or I don't know, mod it more slimmer or whatever. Yeah, this is just after I know the height or whatever. Of course, you design something and then you see how it looks. Also with the light, actually, as you can see up here, there is maybe you should do now. You can switch soon. Maybe there's a over the light, over the LED lights inside. There's just one layer of 0.2 millimeter filament. So right, so you have a good shine through the case. Without, if the light is off, you will never mention there's any light behind or whatever. So it looks like a clean case. So that was it's not a new idea, but I think it was important for the build because it looks so clean around the whole case. So it should not have any holes for lights or whatever. So yeah, yeah. Here's one print I did the printer was running all the time when I'm building, right? Because you don't print one case, you print a lot, I guess, and testing it, and it's always it's I don't print it, it's a printer, but it takes time sometimes, and then you try, and if everything fits, you can see here also the disco board itself. It's screwed in with 4 screws in the case itself, so you cannot push the display into the case if you really press hard on. Even if the display is not fixed on the disco board itself, it is a little bit fluffy, right? So it can move a little bit. So I think also out of factory, the display is not always center. So mine was not center; it was a little bit off. So the board itself don't sit center in the case. It's a little bit off, a half a millimeter or something. That's but this is on all boards. But what I need to say is, the disco board itself, the quality of all that stuff is crazy. So when I unsolder it and stuff, it's really good. The Shield Lite board is not that good. Not because I ripped the pin off and need to solder it again. It's just because of I don't know. It's not that factory like the other one, but it's still good, right? But as shorter you go with the pins, of course you don't have so much play for with the against the fit. So as shorter you go with the pins, as harder the measurement gets, and it could get problems. I saw on that board in the beginning, when I took the back plastic off, that the pins, even if it's on one side of the board, it don't align, right? It was not a whole line. It was 10 pins straight and then 6 pins a little bit off. So that you need to deal with. But I saw it very early that were very good. So the pins I soldered on the disco board was the same orientation. So it was also not straight. It was a little bit off, so it fits. So sometimes you don't look at this and then you break a lot. And then after it fits everything, of course, you print a lot more. And one day you have the case you want to have and everything fits and fine and nice. And that is then the final prototype, I would say. You can see here, I can go back. You can see here the edges are a little bit, the corners, and it's a little bit more, phone-like at the moment, I would say. Pretty nice to grab somehow. It's a little slimmer, right? Here, for example, I left 3 holes here. Now I would build it with 1 hole only. The camera hole you barely can see here. I was thinking, okay, 2 holes maybe for the LED and for the aiming light, but the aiming light you cannot. It's still in the case, it's still working, but you cannot use it because you need a lens before, so you can focus that to some point. This is not possible with this build because you don't have the deepness of the case to do a lens before. So I just blended out with silver stuff. I think in the next build, if I would build it again, I would just make that camera hole. So because the LED also is not so really necessary. I don't use it also in that build, so it scans pretty perfect without. But if it's on, it's on. I don't want to cut it off of the camera board or of the
So wait, I didn't understand it completely. So the red light doesn't work properly.
The red light works, but only in the case. So it's not pointing out, right?
Okay.
And as you can see, the scanner itself, the red light, on the red light side, you have this lens before, right? So that lens focuses the red light, and the red light shines through a small gap of plastic. So it makes that aiming easier. If I would put the red light in there without that lens, it would be just a red light like an LED, right? So your whole room is red then. So it is still inside, it's still working, but you cannot see it. It's just blinking inside the case. Yes. And here it is, the final picture. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to that idea I had when I saw I get maybe some millimeters thinner, or 1 millimeter at least, maybe 1.5. If someone out there want to try it, you're welcome. Here, I think you see here, I did the shorter version, right? So I can still clip my board on. When I saw the picture right now, 5 minutes ago or whatever it was, I think it is easier for the build, maybe more work, but it's easier for the build and more secure to just soldering pins straight out to the outside of the board. And you do the same on a Shield Lite board, and then you're putting just over each other and just soldering from outside, just point by point. It's fast to the disco board then, but it's still, it's thinner. It's thinner, but you cannot unplug it then. That was quasi my idea at the moment. Yes. So far, so good.
I have some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aim for the laser, we would need a new board, a new Shield Lite board, right?
I don't understand the aim. The aim for the laser. You mean the red light, where normally is what?
Yeah.
Why you need the aim for the laser? So the laser don't interact with that red light. I mean the camera or the scanner. You don't need it. It's just for aiming, right? So, and if you have a cam or a scanner on the backside of your device, you just need to hold it over the QR code, and then it scans, right? It scans pretty good. So even if you are far away or have an angle, this scanner scans pretty good. So the red light is only if you, like in a shopping center, right? If they scan your goods, then it's a little bit better for them to find the barcode. But in our case, I think we just aim. But yeah, as you said, yeah, it's right, correct. You need more deepness for the case to bring the laser up. It needs more deepness because there comes a lens in front of it. That's why the housing of the scanner itself, it's so deep. Normally there's nothing inside, right? It's just air inside, a cam, a little LED, what's in the side, what's almost in the front, and then you have the scan, the red light, the aiming light, and this is more in the back. That's why the case is so big, actually. But there's no other reason. There's a lot of air in that little scanner housing.
Yeah, I understood. But if like the light, the LED light is almost no. I see now. The lens is on the case, the plastic case, no? For the laser.
No.
No. You don't need this plastic lens on the.
The only thing you need is actually the cam itself, the objective of the camera, right? That's the only thing you need to scan.
Oh yeah, but if someone wants to use the laser aim.
Okay. Yeah.
You would need. Can you rotate the camera to, because you have the light, LED light visible outside of the case, no? No. In that hole that you did on the case.
Yeah, they're blind. There's only the middle hole have the camera, and the left and the right hole, they are blind. They're just silver metal behind.
Oh, but I see on the picture you showed, it appears that it would be possible to see the light, no? The LED light.
The LED light. The white, yeah. If you want, you can do it. Yes.
Yes, it's possible, no?
That's no problem. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
But it looks a little bit odd if you have this yellow LED light there. But yeah, absolutely. Technically, no problem.
Yeah, because for me, it's better I don't use the LED light, white light, but the aim, I think it's very good to have the aim. It's possible to rotate the scanner, so the aim is on the left of the scanner instead of the LED light, white light.
I think it's hard. Let me see. Did you see still my screen?
No, it's closed.
No. Okay, let me.
Because on the image you showed that you turned the cable and fit the scanner on a position that the LED white light was visible, but the laser aim was hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean now. I understand. Okay, let's go back here. You mean that one, right? The LED?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. The hole is for that, but I don't use it because yeah, it was just a design option I did because you have a black case.
And it's
then
not possible to rotate the
this one
position.
No,
Yeah.
now you see
No.
the wire is very, very short, and you need that. I'm not sure if you need that rule. No, you don't need actually.
Because you can buy this white wire. You can buy a longer one.
I know, I have. But that's not a big deal because I want to have this orientation of the camera because this is the original orientation of the camera. Maybe it can also scan QR overhead, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it can. But then you need to rotate the whole board. You can, but then I'm not sure. You maybe need to make a new frame because then it fits a little bit different. But absolutely right. You everything is possible. That's for sure. Yes.
Yeah, because for me, I know that it scans very good, but I like to see the M, the laser M.
Okay.
I like just
Yeah.
an idea to have it thin, but with the laser M.
Yeah, not in that build, but but as you can, if you see the picture of the camera or the scanner, I should say, you see how deep the box is where the scanner is inside. Actually, the black box. I screw the board off, right, the little board, and this deepness you need for the scanner to have a really focus with a one thin laser, or else it's just a red LED, right? Spreads all around if you have too close to the edge of the case. So you need a little gap just where the laser shines through, and this is in that box.
Oh, so you need this box, this plastic lens on the front of the box.
Yeah, that focus the light of the laser in that position.
Oh, I see. Understood. Yeah, so I think it would be difficult and maybe not possible to see the same result from the laser M.
Probably not. I can tell you maybe I can tell you what first my idea was. Let me share the screen and I can show you. Then you can leave the whole box itself. Do you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. The first idea was to just take off this speaker connections and the two buttons down here and maybe that one, and have the whole laser box without screwing the screws off and take the laser out, just up here and pointed it that way or up that way. And then have the shield light board just a little lower so you have space and you can get this case maybe on 18 millimeter, but then you need a wire connection from everyone here, right? Not from every, because not what I used, but you need wire connection, and that is a lot of work to fit that together. Because
the wire connection for what?
The shield light board, because the whole shield light board need to sit lower if you want to have the scanner not in that or in that cutout from the shield light board, what is about here. Then is it over here? So the shield light board will be in the way. So you need to get it down to get space for the. If you want to build slim, if you don't want to build slim, then there's no reason to take it more down. And then also you need to cut down the smart cut if you want to have that the smart cut fit totally in. If you have the shield light board lower on the disco board as usual.
Understood.
Yeah.
Maybe another type of shield board.
Another type of what?
Of the shield board. Maybe another form factor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but
And the laser points to the right side or the left side.
You can have it to the right here, or you can. The plan was for me to aim it up forward, right? So we have the
nice.
I think that
just like code card Q.
I'm not sure, but straight out on the top of the device, right? So that was my first idea, but
very nice.
But it's harder to make because you need all the wire connection from this to the shield light board. But of course, as you said, if you have another Shield Lite board, what is a little bit different, the manufacturer, then absolutely
Another
possible.
design, yeah.
Yeah.
And the pins, how did you cut the pins? The pins from the Shield Lite. How did you cut them?
If you can cut your nails on your finger, then you cut the pins on the board.
Okay.
You know, it's just a little tongue that you just clip them off. There's not that hard.
Yeah, it was so even. The
Yeah,
pins
maybe I can go there. Here.
Yeah. It appears to be.
It looks
some
even
kind of machine.
Because, I'm the machine. No, because I put this. I took first this black plastic off right in the beginning, and I took it on again, and that was my guide for the clip of the. That's why it's all this same length, right? And then after I put it off again, so
Perfect.
That's why. Yeah,
Perfect.
you need to deal with this sometimes. So that's you need to make your life easier sometimes. Right?
Yeah, you have a tool to help.
Yeah, exactly. So
use
what you have and try to make it as easy as possible for yourself, right? So
and the connectors from the other side, you use it from a board that you.
I had another board, another display board from Welfshare. I cannot use for any other project, so I
and it fits exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the
Okay.
same.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Is my screen off now again?
Yes, it's off.
Oh, okay.
There was a question in the chat.
What was the question?
Why did you do it? You wanted it anyway? Was it the contest or something else? And maybe add a donation address for user to show some value for value.
Why I did it? Because I was thinking, because Schnurz at me or knocked on my door on the Twitter X tweet somehow. X tweet, heard you? Crazy. On an X post. Because a year ago or something, I built another small device, Seed Signer, and then that's why they came maybe on the idea that I could do it. And then I looked all the parts and everything, and then I could do a try because I saw really good possibility to get it slimmer. So it's more out of the fun, right? So it doesn't matter. The challenge doesn't matter actually for me. It was more out of the fun to try and succeed at the project or see, because everything it's not my job to do something like that. I'm a craftsman, so it's just hobby for me, and but I have fun with that stuff, so I like to do it, and that was a nice opportunity to do it and show, and hopefully some people do the same or even better, and I don't know, I would like to see some other builds. Absolutely. If you want to have value for value, I don't know, maybe you can share your money with the Specter. They have some I have also on my Twitter account at motorbrot if you want to, but give your money to some open source project. I think that's they deserve it more than me.
I think also for the person, like the Specter fan who wanted to gift the like make this all possible today, who financed the challenge. He also wrote me, I honestly like miscommunicated that. He, at first I thought he wanted to like get the Specter, and like he made like the challenge with this 101 million Satoshi to like get in the end a really pretty Specter. But after that I realized, or he like wrote me explicit, and that he doesn't want to have the Specter, but he wants to like maybe that you can sell it and then donate, and donate it to the Specter Association, like the earnings or the money that gets from, or like if you maybe you can like, yeah, something like that. But he said that he doesn't want to have like this Specter, but he wanted to like gift it to the developers of Specter, like if it gets sold or anything. And yeah, maybe to the Specter Association, for example. Then we can like share it between, or like use it for Specter development. Yes, I didn't communicate that on because as I initiated the challenge, because I honestly didn't get it, and I forgot to write it to you personally. Honestly, after like I got this message. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay for me. That is, I didn't done it because of the money. That is not. I have fun with that, and I learned a lot also through that build. So if you want to donate that money to the Specter Association, that is totally fine for me. Then I have the slimmest Specter in the world, as also the slimmest chip signer. So so no, that's fine for me. So it's okay. It's okay. Absolutely fine.
It's not only the slimmest, but the coolest.
Yes, completely.
Yeah, I would like really. I would like to see some other builds, right? But people don't need to be slim, but cool or nice actually, right? Useful, or maybe because my build, I understand that my build probably will never be built by another person because, or at least it's not usual that people do that, right? Maybe some of them are crazy like me and try and do, because I don't think that many people will build it. I would like to see more other builds. What's easier to build, maybe for not even for everyone, but for more people, because if you build my build, you need to do soldering and all that stuff, and it's a lot of risky stuff to destroy something on the board, and it's not cheap to have 10 boards and try again. So you want to have something cool, or even just cool cases. It is enough, right? If somebody can design a cool case with a nice whatever, everything what's cool or everything is actually what it's designed for or what's made for, or share it out there. So I think it's just cool to see, so other people get more ideas and develop more on. That's what the whole stuff is about, right? So share your ideas and share your stuff. It's cool.
I have another question. You said about the pins that you would solder them. It would be easier.
Yeah, it's more work, but it's easier. Yeah, because the other way I did now is a little bit risky, because you have the pin staying up. They need to fit exactly to the female and male, right? The pin in each other to the disco board, from the shield board to the disco board. So that problem you don't have if you just soldering them together, and you can only solder them together in that small shape when you put the pins outside from the soldering connection outside to the board, and then you have easy access to it if you put the Shield Lite board on top of the disco board and can just from outside of the board just put some soldering connections.
So you would just remove the disco board connections and solder the pins from the Shield Lite direct into the connections of the board?
No, that's too close, because you have still some components on a disco board, right? You need both of the boards need to have pins, but the pins, if you put them, how I can explain, if you put them on top of each other, you just need to solder them after, right? So both boards have pins. You need them for the distance between, because you have some chips on the disco board, right? But you cannot put the Shield Lite board directly on disco board. Then the pin will not reach the connection, and you cannot go if you are that close. If you have 2 millimeter gap or whatever between both boards, you cannot go with your soldering iron between that boards and soldering any connection. So you need to solder outside or of the edge of the board itself, and that's only possible if you soldering new pins on it. They're just pointing outwards the board, and then you can soldering out the board. Maybe I will build like that one day, and then I will share my idea.
Yeah, it's a very good idea, because those pins are easy to find. Those
Yeah, exactly.
connection pins. Yeah, you would not need these connections that you removed from another board.
Correct. Yeah.
And there is a micro USB connection and
Yeah,
mini.
this is important. Maybe I should say it in the beginning of my monologue. The mini USB on top of the board, you need to flush the firmware first time, right? And then in the future firmware or updates, you can use an SD card for. But the micro USB you need for powering the board, actually, if you don't have a battery. I don't think that in a slim version fits a battery that well. Not impossible, but yeah, it's not so much space in there. But yeah, you can only take the connection off on top, the mini USB, if you already flash the firmware on the board.
But the gain from removing this connection from the mini USB is too low. It's like 1 millimeter something.
And you need to know exactly. There is the frame of the camera, right? The scanner. So this saves me a millimeter, but because the frame of the millimeter I 3D printed by myself, yeah, this 3D print is 1 millimeter thick, so I can get it a millimeter closer to the bottom, yeah, the case can be 1 millimeter smaller if I take this connection off.
Yeah, I see.
And I did.
But I think it's possible to flash by the micro USB if you put the jumper connection, the power connection on the bottom. It's not possible.
From the beginning, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I don't think so as well. So I never. So it's what I know. It's possible is to switch the jumper to the lowest position, or like the very upper position. The lowest position is for like having power from the micro USB, and upperst position is to have the power from the battery. So from the shield board, basically from the shield board, and with the. So here, shield metal, for example, has a battery. So this is like the very upper position. Here, this is the snap case. This is the lowest position that we power it from this port. And middle position would be the...
But you can only flash via the mini USB.
Yeah, but let me like say it again. And what you can do is you can flash from any position if you power from here and then have power from the very upper position. This is what always works. But yeah, now to Bas, you can like share what's possible.
I did not understand.
So what I said is that you can always flash. So for example, here, if you power the device from the battery of the shield, this Specter Shield metal here, then you could flash while powering with the battery. You could flash from mini USB without having the jumper in the middle position.
Yeah, so you always need the mini USB. You always need to flash.
So that's what I think is necessary. And so do you? I never heard like of anyone who was able to flash it from the micro USB port.
Understood. Yeah. Yeah, maybe change the mini USB to micro USB that is lower, or Type C USB.
It's a
could be possible.
Crazy good idea. Type C. But we had also last time this discussion with the micro USB and USB-C. For my personally view, I like micro USB somehow on those devices, because USB-C everyone have, right, a wire. So maybe it's a kind of a thing like I will not say a security, but maybe it's a barrier that not everyone can stick their wire in your connection. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, nice.
But I can also see, I can also see the USB-C. It makes absolutely sense because if you want to do something fast, and of course a USB-C wire you always find everywhere in your house. So but you need to think twice sometimes, right? So, or you really thinking deep in sometimes, this is just my opinion.
Yeah, really interesting. So do you have any, like, if you want to make a very simple if you want to make a very simple case without without soldering, how would you do this?
A simple case.
A simple but like as
Simple
thin
but
as
thin.
possible. Simple but as thin as possible.
Mhm.
Without soldering, just if you maybe like have just cut some things off. So without soldering anything off.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just see. I need to look for something. Just give me a minute.
We want to have the cake and eat it too.
Okay, I have it. Right. I have a disco board here, a new one without any of my fingerprints on it. How would I do it to make it slim as possible? A Shield Lite? You're talking about Shield Lite, or you're talking about?
Let's speak about Shield Lite.
This is hard, right? Because you have the Shield Lite board with that without soldering, you cannot get it slimmer because you have the connectors, right? And this is your measurement, but therefore you get a battery inside, right? But how you get it slimmer? You need to design the Shield Lite board different. Then you can get it slimmer without soldering. But there's no way without to really. How thick is the shield, the DIY, the normal one, without the card, just with the cam? The black one.
This here,
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I was thinking here, you don't need to solder the pins. You could solder wires on the one board and then on the other board. Maybe it was more easy, no? I don't know.
It's, I think, 2.1 millimeters.
Is it that
normal
big?
Specter DIY snap case.
Yeah. And this is also because of the cam. Actually, it's only because of the cam, right? Or the scanner. I always say cam. It's a scanner.
I think so. Mainly because of the scanner. Yes.
Because the scanner is almost lying on the board, right on the backside of the disco board.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think about, as I mentioned before, with that very slim one with 10 millimeter, I was thinking about, okay, maybe I can build, and this is Specter DIY actually, because it has only a cam with a M3Y scanner, but then I need a special board. I order something, maybe I figure something out that I can make it even slimmer without soldering, because then you don't soldering, but it's not a Shield Lite then, right? It's just a DIY. So, but
So you think what maybe you can give like one feedback to this, because I thought, so if I'm not like this deaf, but like my idea was, if you would like just take and just cut something off here, right? Is this possible? So if you
no.
Okay.
You can cut, but not with a scissor. And then you have you see in my pictures. You can maybe scroll back if you see the video. In the pictures you see on top of that connection is actually what's hold the pin, what's make the connection. So you will have still connection somehow, but it could be maybe that is not always connected, because down in that black plastic, as deep as you go, as looser the connection will be. So it grips on the top. The connection actually. So Yeah, so just cutting it off is not the way, I guess. And even if there are the buttons on top, right? The reset and user button, and this is also a limit for the Shield Lite board.
But I think
And-
you could like just like rip it off really easy with just
Yeah.
pressure.
Even without soldering, you can rip it off. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I don't know what else you rip off then. But yeah, there are some limits. But yeah, we're talking about now a solution for everyone, right? So somehow to get it slimmer or yeah. And this is not. I think there's no solution for everyone that you just buy some parts and get the scissor out of your kitchen drawer and cut something. I think that easy is it not. Is not that. No, is it not? But maybe somebody I don't know, maybe somebody finds a solution. But for me, it's a little bit hard to think about because the buttons actually are higher than the plastic of the pins. The buttons are the highest on the disco board.
Okay, yeah, yes.